still don't have a hat. Oh, man. I am like, oh, have I got anybody in the house? No. Oh, well, it's showing one. Now it's showing none in the house. I guess I'll give it. Got three in the house. Barbara, it's supposed to leave, go to work, packed with this weekend or this week. Man broke, now waiting on somebody to come pick me up in the morning, take me up there. Are you working, Barbara? Hey, Christy. Uh, I still ain't got my stuff set up on StreamYard yet where I can do a private chat, Christy. Your van broke down. Paranormal One Gaming, how you doing? Man, I need to get me some kind of beard brush or something. Maybe I ought to dye it. Yeah, maybe I ought to dye it. Yeah, dye it blonde or jet black. I had a rough night last night. I finally went to sleep about 4 o'clock. Then I woke up about 5:30, and I haven't been back to bed since. So I only had a couple hours sleep. My back is hurting so bad. I don't know if it would do me any good to go to the doctor or not. Uh, I sometimes I watch this channel. It's called Deer Meat for Dinner. His name is Robert Arrington, and he's 45. He hunts. He catches gators. He catches wild hogs. Um, and he's married and got two little girls. I've been watching him for about 5 years. But Saturday, him and a friend of his was out. Somebody had a pond that's out close to the house, and it had a rogue gator in it that was catching pets and stuff. And he come out there to catch that. Hey, Christy. And He told his friend, said, "You need to get me to the hospital, something's wrong." He asked what was wrong, said he didn't know, but he was dizzy and all that stuff. Turns out he was having a stroke, and after he got to the hospital and was being treated, he had a second stroke. 45, that's a young guy. And he's only been married about 5 or 6 years. I was watching before he ever got married. I think he's got about 1 million subscribers. I'm not sure. But, and I hadn't heard anything more on his channel. I, I don't, I guess I could go look at his Facebook page. But he travels a lot, doing different things on his channel. And I felt so bad for his wife. She was just in tears. But, and he's a Christian. Uh, but like she said, it could have been worse. He could have been out there by himself doing that. But fortunately, he had this friend that came with him. And his friend's the one that got him to the hospital. And it just makes me think, like Marty on Crazy Family Tube, he's not doing good at all. Not doing good at all. I wish Marty would get better so he could start doing like he was. But folks, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. They still say I had a small stroke sometime around November or early December. I don't know. And then that deal I did the other day where I backed my scooter into a hole. Oh, and I hurt my back. It didn't seem hurt right at the time it happened. But a day or two later, it started really giving me a hard time. It hurts all in front of my chest there and directly behind that on my back. And I get the feeling pretty good. I've been taking, where is that stuff? I've been taking, this ibuprofen. I don't just take two. I take three at a time. About every 7 or 8 hours, I'll take three. It says pain reliever and fever reducer, but it doesn't. I don't know if I got a fever or not. But boy, my back is sure hurting right now. And quick as I get done with this live stream, I am going to try to lay down. And this cot picking bed, this air mattress, it is so hard. And maybe I can get more sleep tonight. I don't know. Lord there. I didn't see Isabella. Isabella said I'm looking good. That's depending on what you mean by good. I was gonna put my teeth in. I don't think that'll help my looks much. Boy, my back is. I've been outside on the deck. I've been. I had a lot of pepper plants that's in gallon pots, and I need to upgrade them to a gallon and a half. And that's what I've been doing. And the gallon and a half is what I'll leave them in permanent. I got a lot of peppers out there, and I pickled 6 pints of peppers the other day. Uh, that bed, I've got to have a bed. This bed. The thing about this bed, it's got a pump on it. If the power goes off, the pump stops. And when the pump stops, it starts leaking air. And I can't even get out of bed by myself when it goes flat. Boy, it's just hurting me. But I thought I'd go ahead and get my butterfly rainbow. Hey, health nuts, good to see. Butterfly rainbow. I hadn't seen you in a while. Hadn't seen you in a while. Christy, how's Marty? I have got to get my uh StreamYard set back up on this thing. You know, a while back I lost everything. I lost my email. I finally got located my email, but wasn't able to get my StreamYard account back up. Oh, got low in the house. Uh, and I'm still not drinking sodas. I sure would like to have one right now, but I'll have to do without. My daughter, when she come home last night on that grand opening they had over at that salon, you told that right. It's the VA's the one brought it over here. And if I'd have known this, I'd have told Jennifer, don't you dare get rid of my old bed. But, and the thing about it, when I get in it, I have to let the I have to let the head part down to get in it, and that's the way I sleep on it. And when I have to get up, I have to push the button to raise the head up to lift me up. Because originally that's how my back started hurting. It's when I was trying to lift myself up without raising that head up. So, but yeah, if the power goes off, the bed goes flat. And the other day we had a hailstorm, and it was you know what, I think I'll look another pot of coffee. Uh, And of course, I can't go anywhere on my scooter because I can't charge the batteries. Uh, the new chargers that we had to buy, I had to spend. And thank you so much for that $20, Barbara, because that's what I had to order that battery charger. It's not the good battery charger. I need a 4 amp battery charger, but this one here is only 2 amps, and it was $19 and change. So thank you so much, Barbara. Butterfly Runner just put in a request. The VA here lately, it just totally sucks. If they, we call just about every day. We got a number for the wheelchair and handicap clinic, and all you ever get is an answering service, and they never call us back. And I guess in the last month we probably called them maybe 15 to 20 times. Uh, and I need to see a doctor. I can't, this new doctor, Dr. Sealer, that's been after me to start coming to him, they can't start me to him without my without my ID card from Aetna, and we misplaced the Aetna card somewhere or another. It got lost. So and we call them, and they put you on hold, and you wind up hanging up after about an hour because nobody's come on. But in the morning, I'm gonna get my daughter to call the scooter clinic again, and then call Aetna. That the one that I need is $52. And the thing about it, that cheap one, it'll do it'll do for a couple of months, and then it'll just burn out because it's a 2 amp, and it needs to be a 4 amp. Uh, Whew. I don't know what's going on with the VA. Maybe I hadn't. You know what? The only time I've seen a doctor in the last 6 months is when I'm in the hospital. I haven't been able to see a doctor at all. I need to see a doctor. I'm scared to death I'm gonna lose a foot or something. Uh, and I don't know if I can do anything for my back and chest or not. It's not heart related. Uh, you can't get anybody on the phone. You get this answering service. Now I've got a lab appointment about the 6th or 7th of June at the VA hospital in Gainesville. They couldn't get me one at the clinic over here for some reason I don't know. I need to see a podiatrist bad. Uh, there's just so much stuff wrong right now, and I don't know. I don't know. And my hat situation, my I found out that my bunch of my hats were laying in there in the laundry room, and it's one of them deals where my dog went in there and crapped and peed on them, and my daughter threw them out. But one of them hats I paid $21 for, and then another one, Marty and Christy in Crazy Family Tube gave me one that they found in the dumpster, and I wouldn't took nothing for that. I had a white one that my middle grandson gave me. I had about 7 hats. Right now, I don't have any. And if I'm like today, I was out there working on pepper plants and stuff, and I could have made a video if I had my hat and could stuck my camera on it. But I don't have no. I can't hold the camera and do what I'm doing at the same time. Uh, and the other day I canned 6 pints of pickled jalapenos and banana peppers. I got peppers running out. I don't have any. I don't have any bell peppers yet. I got plants coming along, but it'll probably be another 2 or 3 weeks before I get anything off of them. And when the first rolls around, I'm gonna. Uh, I'm wanting to make some. What is it? Bread and butter pickles. I was looking at that stuff. I'm gonna do some refrigerator pickles. The only problem with that, you can't can them way ahead because you're supposed to consume them in about a week. And Dobber, what's your address? I gotta send my address. Uh, hold on just a minute. I think it's 8. Hey, Jay, go out there and look on the front of the house and see what that house number is. I think it's 846. Yes, that's what. Okay, that's what it is. My address is 846 Northeast 31st Street, Ocala, Florida 34479. And I haven't thrown away any. I still got all my Christmas cards that people sent me, and uh, but I saved in the envelopes, like that. Uh, but let me put my address on here. Uh, hold on. Hold on. Well, hold on, folks. 846. What did I say? Northeast. uh, well, shoot. I need a better setup than what I've got here. Hey, 46 Northeast 31st SP. Treet. What on is all that? That's I got keys. Northeast 31st Street. Ocala. FLA 3447. Let me make sure. Oh, my goodness. That's it. All right. There's my address. JunkDobbers, 846 Northeast 31st Street, Ocala, Florida 34479. I sure appreciate it, Hannah. I feel naked without my dang hat. Boy, I wonder what happened to all my hats. And she, I can't fuss at her about it, but and I take that dog out in the morning and a couple more times during the day, and sometimes she'll go in there, and it seems like if that bathroom door's open, she's gonna go in there and take a pee. And I can't get in there with a mop and everything, clean it up. Where's the Maggie? Do I see a Maggie? Brenda? Oh, there's Maggie from Guam. Almost on the other side of the world. Uh, but I'm just, uh, folks, I'm not afraid of death. Because if I die, I ain't gonna know nothing about it. But I'm just not done yet. But maybe I am done. I don't know. I don't know. Um, and I've been wearing this. I've been hurting so bad I hadn't been able to change my shirt or my pants. I just been sleeping, going to bed with them on. But yeah, folks, if you do pray for Robert Arrington on deer meat for dinner. I don't know. I expect he makes a pretty good paycheck on his YouTube channel because he's got about 1 million subscribers, and he's always doing videos. Like one time he went to Alaska. I think he's been to Alaska a couple. He goes to the Bahamas a lot. He's got a couple of boats and stuff. He does real good, and he's a nice guy, and I'm not a hunter. I'm not a fisherman. I love crabs, but they catch blue crabs and stuff like that. Uh, Somebody asked me the other day, they was talking about the lottery and all that stuff and what I would do if I did win all that money and everything. And I'll tell you what I would do. And this is the God's truth. I would hire me a full-time nurse, an RN, and that would be expensive. And I'd hire me a driver to drive this $200,000 RV around to all my subscribers that would like for me to visit. I would. And then some of my subscribers in other countries like Guam, Magazine Guam, uh, I've got uh, I've got subscribers in Guam. I've got subscribers in Australia. I would do some traveling, and I have enough help with me, like a nurse, a driver. Uh, I'd even hire a companion, not a companion like like a bedfellow or something. Nothing like that. I'm way past that thing. Barbara said, check. Okay, Barbara, you sure have been helping me out a lot here lately. Hey, Willow. Oh, if I won the lottery, I'd tell the VA to kiss off, and I would buy me a scooter. That scooter that I would buy, it's 6 grand. It's almost like a car. It's enclosed, and it goes about 60-mile range on it. It will also go about 25 miles an hour. Uh, it's got turn signals. it would be a cat's meow. It would be a cat's meow, and I would start going around to different people's houses and ask them, could we just sit and talk for about an hour? And could I? And if it's a house that I'm really fascinated with, there's some homes around here. I would love to go inside and look around. Not at their stuff, but just the house. Uh, I love old houses. I love old houses. Uh, but that guy that won that Powerball or whatever it was, he won. He won over $1 billion, and he's about mid 20s. Now I don't understand why when somebody wins something like that. By the way, talking about a bathroom set up for me, I would also have somebody to come in there and give me a bath like there was over there at the rehab center. Uh, Yeah, I wouldn't have to worry about the food banks no more. And I suppose I suppose I wouldn't even want it in my name. I'd want it in my daughter's name. I would trust her. Uh, I'd have to watch her. She gets some stuff sometimes that you couldn't run fast enough to give me an aquarium with tropical fish in it and stuff because I've done been there and done that 2 or 3 times, and you always got fish that they a while back they bought a fish. It looks like a shark. It's not big. It's maybe 2 inches and 3 inches long, and they paid $9 and something and change for it. Well, guess what? It died. All them little cheap trash fish, they're thriving. She bought she bought some angelfish. They died. Well, you got to keep after them aquariums. You got to keep them right, or you gonna always have fish dying on you. And she's got that big tank in the living room, uh, and it's big. Oh boy, this pains under my ribs. Uh, uh, that's what happens when I go to bed. I go to bed. I had to get canned food yesterday to prep for expected power outage during the can of corned beef. Oh, I, you know what? Before I would pay all those dollars for corned beef, I would buy me a corned beef brisket and cook my own corned beef. And one of those is about $30 here. But you can portion it out and freeze. Well, if you got the power goes off, you can't freeze. I don't know. Oh, by the way, that brings something else to mind. If I won the lottery, I would have one of them Generacs that sits outside up beside your house, and if your power happens to go off, that generator comes on, kicks on, and keeps the power going in your house. Those things are expensive, 3 or 4 thousand dollars. But I would definitely have one of them. I remember the last time we had a hurricane that took out the power and everything. I didn't have a generator. I drove all the way from Ocala, Florida, to somewhere in North Carolina just to find a generator. You couldn't find generators around here. Nobody had them. They all sold out. But I went and got that generator. Yep, the prices are absolutely nuts. Yeah, they are. I've noticed the price of eggs has gone back down. Uh, I wish I had the money and was allowed to have a chicken pen out back. We got a big open field behind the house here that goes with the house. Be perfect for raising chickens, but I imagine this being in the city limits, the city wouldn't stand for it. Uh, wow. And it's almost a given that Jaden is going to fail his grade again. Hey, Jay, what grade are you in? He's in the eighth grade. This second time he's been in the eighth grade. And it looks like he's going to be in it again because he's missing so much school. Uh, if it ain't one thing, and then he got suspended the other day. He got suspended for him and the boy was playing. He said they were playing. They weren't fighting. And he pushed the boy or something, and they suspended him for 3 days. They didn't suspend the boy, and of course, by Jaden being biracial, anytime something like that happens and there's another person involved, the first thing I want to know, and the same with my daughter, is we say, well, it was a little white boy. And turns out this time it wasn't a little white boy, it was a little mixed boy. But, with him being biracial like that, I've got to watch that stuff because racism is still alive and well. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still out there. And I still had a friend out in Citrus where we lived before we moved to town. And Donovan was just a little kid, and we was just proud as punch with that boy, and we'd always bragging on him and stuff. And I had a friend that was in the store that I was talking to somebody about it. And I went outside to get something out of the car, and the guy thought I had left. And his statement was this: uh, I can't say the N word because if I do, they'll demonetize me. But he said, damn, the way Rustler talks, you would think that little N word was white. He said that, and that was a lesson hard learned. Don't put your guard down. And I know a lot of people, it's just that's just over and done with. It's done. And not here. Prices keep going up. $50 pound sack of rice was $30. Really? Now almost triple the price. 50-pound sack of rice. Y'all must eat a lot of rice. We got rice in there, but not in a 50-pound bag. But I know a lot of people. I know a lot of Puerto Ricans and what's that other Filipinos. They eat a lot of rice. I'm not supposed to eat a lot of rice. I'm not really. I think I'm gonna charge the battery on my razor and cut this thing off. I got a lot of hair on my face now, and I got hair coming out. My daughter still ain't give me a haircut in my ears. Oh man, I don't know if I'll be going to bed or not. I try to get off here because my back's starting to hurt. It's sharp pain. I'll tell you one thing. That back in that hole like I did the other day, that was pure stupid. I knew somebody had been digging back there at one point, but I didn't know it was right there. It's right there behind the orange trees. Would be a cool stream shade, dress nice, help Russell find today. I, I don't want no date. I want lady friends. but I don't. I'm just totally not because the ladies. It's been what I do that for. The ladies that I've been involved with. I had this one lady friend. I really liked her, and she was French. She was born and raised in France. She she worked for the American government in Paris. I don't want to talk too much about her, but let me tell you something. I was kind of getting serious, and she was too. But we were sitting there. She was sitting there on the sofa, and I was laying on the sofa, had my head laid in her lap. And for no rhyme or reason, I don't know what she was thinking. She reached over at the end table, opened the drawer, and pulled out. I think I think it was something like a Glock or 357 Magnum. It was it was big. And she started saying, "My husband, before he died, taught me how to use this, and I know how to use it." Well, I jumped up. I didn't know what her point was. But after that, I broke that little deal off, and I hadn't went back to the water hole since. She was a nice lady, nice lady. But her husband died. He had cancer. Her husband died about the same time my wife died. I really liked her. And just to hear her first language, of course, was French. And just to sit there and hear her talk, uh, she had no French accent. You couldn't tell she was from another country. And she spoke about 4 or 5 different languages. Um, and I loved her kids. She had a couple of kids, that see, the girl was about 10 or 11. The boy was about 14. Donovan's age. When we knew there was an inflation wave coming, we stocked up on rice, flour, meat, paper goods, and we loaded our upright freezer. So glad we did. No, I haven't, Brenda. No, I haven't. I'm afraid to go to the emergency room 'cause I'm afraid they'll put me in the hospital. You better, when you got your head laying in her lap and she opened the drawer and pulls it out, and it's right there in front of my face. Yeah, I'm scared of it. Yes, I am. It was a revolver. That's why I think it was a 357. I don't want to go back in the hospital. Oh, man, my back's hurting. Anyhow, uh, Lord have mercy. And I quit. I've been mixing me up these. Where is that? Where is my? Uh, my daughter got me this the other day. I don't drink any sodas anymore. This here you put four squirts in a bottle of water like this, and it flavors it up. It's got caffeine, B vitamins, and it's actually cheaper than sodas. But actually, I ought to just be drinking water. I ought to be just drinking. I wonder, have any of y'all ever heard of this thing? It's called a soda stream. It's you can put a bottle of water under that thing, and it shoots some gas in the water and makes it carbonated. I wonder if you can do that and carbonate these flavored water bottles. I don't. It's usually something. Are you using the thickener also? No, no, I'm not. Uh, I'm just being very careful, and I don't drink fast. Uh, Stubborn is what I am. Yes, I am. Well, I feel all right, other than my back and my chest is hurting. And I don't think there's nothing they could do for that anyway, unless something was broke. But I don't think I got anything broke. But yeah, with a pistol pulled up my face like that, yeah, I'm scared of it. She got my attention. She got my seeing my grandson graduate, and well, I got to see my middle one graduate, and my first one and my second one. This 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 boy, this baby, I don't know. He misses a lot of school because of his type 1 diabetes. If she pulled out a knife, same thing. It would have got my attention big time. She was a strong lady. Oh man, I bet I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping again tonight. Bigger than doo doo. Anyway, I've been talking about an hour, so I'll cut this short. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm gonna try to get my StreamYard set back up. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know which email I had it in. I'm just gonna have to start a new account. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shave. I'm tired of looking at this. Um, oh, I was walking. The last time I was on my scooter going down the street, that black lady was sitting out there on her porch with a big bowl of blue crabs, uh, eating crabs again. Somebody's catching them things for her. I might like blue crab. I never have tried to eat any. I sure like snow crab. I don't like king crab. But that Ophelio or the snow crab, I love them. But those things are very expensive. Very expensive. I'm trying to think if there's anything in the I hadn't had any supper. I might go in there and fry me 3 eggs. Oh, but that's extremely hard for me to do it. My daughter's not here. She's over there at that beauty salon. All right, guys, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Now, how do I get off of this end stream? There we go. And there we go.